The query editor is where all the editing happens, and once we edit the data, we have an option called Close and Apply in the top left corner of the home ribbon. This is where you click on the drop down and apply, close and select close and apply. Okay, so now since we are already in the query editor, let's explore the options of query editor as well. And on the top of the query editor as well, Power Query Editor, Home, Transform, Add, Column, etc. On the left hand side, the queries pane will show you the list of tables that we have available. On the right hand side, you will be able to see the name of the table along with applied steps. Now what is this steps? This is where we will be able to see all the steps of transformation. Time to talk about transformation. You have something called a Power Query bar. This is where all steps of transformation can be written in the language of Power Query, which is language M. Similar to some other data languages, structural languages like SQL, you can also use Power Query, which is language M. This is also usable in Excel, which makes it a lot more easier for us to import data from Excel into Power BI. So if you're someone looking for Power Query M, language M related exercises, or just a refresher course, or how you can use it in Microsoft Excel, do take a look at my course link towards the end of this course. Please check that out if you may find it useful for your own learning and work context. Okay. Now, what is transformation? Simple words. Let's say I've got too many columns over here. Let's take a look at the columns. We've got quite a few columns over here. I shouldn't say too many because we do need data. No amount of data is too much. So we've got date, month, month name, year, etc. Now let's take a look at the profit column. You will notice that all these are just simple numbers with no commas. You don't know whether it is rupees or Australian dollars or US dollars, whatever dollars. What is the currency over here? There's no idea, right? Also the data type. On the left hand side of each of these columns, you will find the data type. So when I click on this one, this is where you will find the data types. So for now, the data type is decimal number. However, we want all profit values to be represented in currency, which is fixed decimal number. So I am just going to change it to fixed decimal number. Let's see how to do it one more time. You go here and left click on 1.2 and then select fixed decimal number. Okay, replace current. Voila, we now have some two decimals with a comma separator and the currency is dollars. Now when we clicked on this, you noticed a dialog box that said whether you want to add a new step or replace a step. And here there is a step called changed type. So what does this area primarily do is every step of change that we do in the query editor is recorded over here. These are simple steps, however, these are key steps for transformation for a clean report model. What are some other steps of transformation that we may need over here? Similarly, you will find units sold. Units sold may or may not be decimals, we may just need whole numbers. So what I will do now in units sold is left click on 1.2 and then convert it to whole number. Add a new step. Now you will notice that this step has been added as a new one, and this is the Power Query for the same that says this particular column units sold has been changed, the data type has been changed to whole number. I hope applied steps makes sense to you all now. In short, whatever changes or updates that we do to data types, to the data itself, to the nature of data, column headers, the values, any update automatically gets recorded over here. Now that we have made 2 steps of transformation over here, let's go ahead and apply these changes back to our model. Why do we do that? Because till now we are still in the editor. So we want to confirm these changes back into our data model. So let's click on the drop down and select close and apply. May take a couple of seconds for it to load back again, and there it is. So let's take a look at the model view now. You'll notice all our columns over here. Unit stored also has a summation icon. All fields who have numbers by default can be summed up, which is why you will find the sum icon. You'll notice that month number, profit, sale, price, sales, all of these are numbers which can be added, so there is a summation icon over here. So here is our data model which is ready. For now we have one table. We also saw what a query editor is.